Okay, I'm going to show a quick tutorial of how to put your order in to Confident Cannabis using the METRC manifest. There's a couple steps I'm going to try because I have a patient license that I can show you guys how to do, and you'll have the same idea like with your license as a processor or grower or dispensary. And so I'm going to give it a shot here. So let's go for it. So what we're going to do, first thing, is you're going to go into your Confident Cannabis account. This is my personal one as a patient, and so this works for anybody. So as long as you're in your account, you're going to say New Lab Order, and then the next step is you're going to find us here. Here's all the available labs, obviously, but I'm just obviously find high grade. We're going to say Place an Order, and then this screen comes up, and we're going to say Add Samples from METRC Manifest, and then you're going to have your license. This is mine. I'm going to say select, and then this pops up, and this is where usually people have gotten confused. So what you're going to do here, the nickname is irrelevant. I can't actually do this part, but I can show you how to do it. So I'm going to just say patient, even though I would just put grower or whatever, your name. It's literally a nickname. It doesn't really matter. The API key is where people have gotten lost. So where to get that, you're just going to put a nickname, whatever you want, and then the API key is the key. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to your METRC account, and then you're going to click up here on your username, and then you're going to go to API key. I'm not going to click on this because obviously it's going to show up, and I don't want anybody using my API key. But that's where you find it, and then you literally just if you don't have one there, it'll have a generate button, and then after that, you generate it, and then you're just going to copy that number, and you're going to go back, and you're going to just paste it right there, and then you hit submit, and then what's going to happen is it'll actually show you the manifests that you've already put in. So the key is obviously to have the manifest done first, and then once you have the manifest done first, you can literally do this part, and then it will generate that order for you. And so let me show you what that's going to look like for the most part if I do it from our side. Okay, I'm going to try this now with another client stuff. So we're going to say add samples from METRC manifest. We're going to use the actual license that's on file there, or add new license. If you need to add a new license, you would do it here. Designation would be medical. License type would be whatever you are. And then nicknames, whatever you want, is optional. And then license number, you should definitely put that in. And so best place to do that is to copy that directly. If you know it, obviously great. Or just copy it directly from your manifest and then add license, and then that's that. So let's go back. So I'm going to use this one. I'm going to select license. And this is what's going to show up. So if the license is done properly, you will see the manifest number that's coming up. Like I said, I'm going to blur out the names of my clients and all that. But this is the manifest we're looking for. We'll hit submit. Well, that seems different than it was. Let me go check real quick. Okay, and then I hit submit. And then this will load using the API. Now the actual samples into here. So so interesting. They must have made a manifest originally that was bigger than it needed to be, and then they reduced it. So Confident Cannabis is only now grabbing the two things that are actually in the manifest. And so now the next step, this is the interesting part. So this is a perfect example. They had one thing to test, but notice there's two different samples in here. That's because there's one primary and one reserve. So if we go to the manifest itself, the primary sample is the one that actually has the raw plant material. That's the required lab test batches when you did the submit for testing. And so that is actually this raw plant material. So we know that number 640 is this primary sample. 641 is the reserve, so we can get rid of 641 in the manifest or in the order. So 641, I'm going to hit X. And you would do this for all the ones that are just the reserve tag. So now you're left with just the primary tag, the 640. And now just the last step here is to do this, to add all the other attributes. This is just trim 4 on this one. And so I would just copy that as the strain name. I don't think that there was one. I do not see that is the item name. So there is no name on that one that I can see. They can actually change that when they get here, but for now that's what that is. And so same thing for you when you're doing yours. Your sample name could be whatever you want. Strain name obviously is the strain. Sample name though, if you want to, if you're making something for somebody, you could put their name in, and then sugar wax or whatever that you want that to be. So anyway, let's continue. This is, in here. This is already pre-filled. Make sure that that's what you want. That's plant, obviously, and then you've got, whatever you want. That is already set up as trim. Just make sure that that matches what you actually want it to be on type. And then production method. I'm not sure what they have. If it's indoor, outdoor, something you can add there. It just doesn't default to anything. And same thing for classification. You can put in indica sativa hybrid, sativa dominant, high CBD. It's not required by the OMMA, but it's up to you. If you would like that on your COA, it will show up. But like I said, it's not something that you have to do. And then the dispensary, or whatever can, make that determination on the shelves. But probably better to have it if you know it. All right, so let's add the things that need to be in there. So the METRC tag comes in automatically, but notice that the source package is required, is not there, and the production batch number or harvest number is not there either, or the test package that is required. So we know they want raw plant material. That's a full compliance flower test. And so once you do that, that's the next step. If you do full compliance flower test, you just click that. And then let's go back to the manifest, and we're going to copy the source package. Copy that real fast. And then we're going to go back and we're going to paste that into the METRC source package. And then the production batch is this number here. That is your source harvest. And that is put in when you made your package for that whole batch. And then we will put that in here. And that will show up also on the COA. So what's going to end up showing up on the COA at the end is the METRC tag, which is kind of irrelevant, but that is the tag we actually receive. Once we push data to this tag, then your source, which is your batch, tag, that is the number that you will see that'll say, test passed once all the data is in, because we'll push data to this tag, which is from this one, and then that's how it works. And then you'll see the production batch show up on the COA also. So all those things will show up on the COA in METRC and on Confident Cannabis, so that makes it easy when you're selling. All those things should sort of match for everybody. All right, so we're going to say add and close. And then you're at this stage, you get to kind of see, and you can double check everything is right. And we're going to continue. And then this right here, your last thing, you're either going to have a pickup. If you have, like, say, pickup from Stronghold or somewhere local, you can click that. This is going to be a drop off, I believe. And so there's a drop off on this one. But yeah, you would just do drop off and then continue. And then you just hit submit order. Double check that you had everything right. You have one test of that. You hit submit order. And then it'll say yippee. And that's it. And so once you have that, then you're good. Hopefully that makes sense to everybody, and have a great day. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call.